we're here with Doug Geiger. He worked at LRE, and we're going to talk about the blizzard of '78 to start with, and some of the things that they went through as the crews on the LRE. So, Doug, tell me your story.
All right. Well, for all I can remember, it was a nasty day. Started out, it seemed to be a normal day until I realized that the wind was blowing strong. Temperatures had dropped an awful lot through the night. I was headed to work same time I usually do, and at that time it had already snowed a lot, blowing around terribly, and temperatures was cold. So by the time I got to the building, uh, got down there and it just all havoc down there. Seemed like everybody was truly busy and answering phones and just all kinds of people out of power. So we was trying to get together. We ended up, I was, at the time I was working on a tree crew, and I was put with Bill White, which was a lineman. So that's how they kind of broke up the guys. That way you would have a tree guy with a lineman. And that way you could go out and do most anything. So anyway, we started out, I suppose it was uh, somewhere around 8 or 8:30 in the morning, something like that. We was headed up toward Martinsburg, or not Martinsburg, but we was going to go up 13. There was one of our linemen that was up just north of Sycamore there, that wasn't able to get into work. He was able to get up so far, and it was bad roads. So we was going to go up and try to get him, which we did right up there, right about where the golf course is. They're on 13, and picked him up, and so anyway, he ended up working with us, and we headed back, and we was going to head over to the Martinsburg substation. They split crews up so that with the number of crews we had, we was able to split up and go all directions, because we covered Licking County, Knox County, and all the surrounding counties. We was into them quite a bit, so we had several mile line to cover. So we was headed toward Martinsburg sub, which cuts across there at Sycamore Road, and it heads on over toward 586, and right across that, right on, headed over toward 62 on Sycamore. So we had some three-phase lines out there on Sycamore and out of the sub, so we was able to work our way through there. At this time, we met up with one of the guys that worked for Morgan Township. He had a big maintainer with a V blade, so we was able to follow that around. He'd help make a pathway through all the drifts.
When you say a maintainer, what are you talking about?
Well, it's a road grader with a big V blade on it.
Okay.
Okay. So anyway, we was able to get power lines on out through there. Following that, I'll call it a road grader then. So he made some good paths for us. So we worked our way back to Martinsburg sub, and then we headed east on Sycamore Road. And we headed out that way, and we followed the three-phase. We got to 62, and then we turned there off of Sycamore Road, turned to the left, and headed toward Danville on 62. And we plowing our way up through there until we got to the big sharp big curve that, and it was just a huge snow drift that was blocking the way. We sat there for hours while he was trying to plow his way through with that road grader, and we realized that we was getting nowhere very fast.